You the one helping out? Good to see ain't everyone out to get us. My mother wanted me to be a farmer, but I get my hands dirty in other ways. You alright? Evening. We won't fall to the likes of the dogs.
Touch
or
me
anyone
again
else.
and there'll be consequences.
It's a good day to get things done. We used to be something, but now?
If you hang around, it wouldn't hurt none. We need the numbers.
Well, here we all are then. Listen up, lads. I've called us together for a reason. The dogs hit us hard last time, coming right to the centre of our turf. Well, I didn't want no rash response, but now our heads have cooled, it's time we looked at how to bite back. The dogs are trying to get the nuclear reactor on their turf up and running. We've got to win this war before that can happen. That reactor could produce double the power Battersea can. The gentry would have the Tommies in their gaff in seconds. They'd be untouchable. So now's the time to strike, and strike hard. And we've got us some extra help now. The lab rat we found down bridge is moving up in the world. This wayfarer is now a vagabond.
Nice one.
Good work, mate.
Get in. You've had a taste of syndicate blood, wayfarer. I'm hoping you're hungry for more. We're moving to a new phase in the war, one that's going to see us much more active, and I want you as our new commando. That's what I've got the lads here for. Chill, bullet tooth, shrapnel. I told you all I want new plans for how we can do some proper damage to the dogs. And new blood here is going to be our point person. What you got for me?
My mother wanted me to be a farmer. But... get my hands dirty in other ways.
A new face? You sticking around?
I've got an easy aspiration, boss. I say we take down the dredge.
The Mudchute prison boat? What do you mean, take it down?
We crack it open and steal the yoke. There's a bunch of our blokes in there. Lab rat here can sneak in, let everyone out, then set a few well-placed bombs to sink the whole damn place.
I ever tell you you're a fucking lunatic, Johnny?
You've mentioned it a few times, boss, but what exactly is it about this that seems so mad?
The dredge is guarded to the tits. You couldn't sneak a gnat's fart in there. And what's the good in blowing it up? Syndicates have been trying to call us terrorists ever since we broke out that friend of Yvette's. If we bomb a prison, they'll just use that as propaganda against us.
Not everyone's fond of prisons, gone, and our lot in there have some grit in a fight. Would be nice to have them back in our numbers rather than rotting in the clink.
There's some logic in your lunacy, Shrapnel. We could do with more hands, and it would stick it to the dogs if we break our boys out of the dredge. All right, tell our chum your plan, then.
There's a gangplank from the shore near the front, and there's groups of guards patrolling all the time there. It's pretty tight, like the boss said. No one's ever gotten in by brute force. But a lone nutter, being all sneaky like, I reckon it could work if you're clever. You'll want to go at night, of course. Less patrols then. The door on the ship is locked, but it's not fancy if you know your way around some tumblers. Or you could try loot a key from the guard patrol, whilst not summoning all of Gehenna upon you. Should all be pretty easy in theory, right?
This is fucking madness, Johnny. Wayfarer, you feel up to this?
Hear that, boss? I think we got the right nutter for the job. Our Vagabonds are kept in a block near the front, but you'll have to take down the security system before you spring them. The cells themselves are unlocked from the warden's office down the back of the ship. There's a bigger block in the middle you can open the same way, full of the Gentry's convicts. It would be good to set the whole place free.
And have them all shot as soon as they try to leave. Our boys can handle themselves, but the other numpties will just get slaughtered or recaptured and we'll get the blame for it.
Maybe our nutter here could help take out some of the enforcers. No one deserves to rot in that place. And if we get the other prisoners out, we're free to set the bombs and do some permanent fucking damage.
Or end up with everyone sandwiched between explosions and syndicate enforcers. It would be a clusterfuck, Johnny. Let's just focus on getting our own lot out. Them others aren't our problem.
But the dredge, maybe it's too hard, but damn, I'd love to see that hellhole sink. Fan-fucking-tastic. Here, 3 bombs is enough to sink the ship if you get the chance to use them. They'll need placing around the lower deck. Once they're set, you'll need a scarper. Quick. Good luck, mate.
Alright, gents, so tell me, what does the Syndicate have in abundance that we don't?
Web toes.
Herpes.
Literally everything.
No. I mean, yeah, probably. But I'm thinking of one thing in particular. Supplies. While we're choking down squirrel stew and using rock gut whiskey to treat anything from the flu to a bullet in the head, the IODS has enough food and medicine to supply both them and the whole of Westminster. I feel it's high time we alleviate them of some of that excess and put ourselves in a position to succeed. After all, health is wealth.
So what are you suggesting we do about it? And if you say a train robbery again, I swear to God.
Well, now, just hear me out. There's a train that makes up a third of the Syndicate supply line, and...
Oh, for fuck's sake, Winston. You've been reading your bloody spy comic books again. You're not 006 or whatever. Give it a rest.
Well, it's 005 actually, and what I read in my spare time has nothing to do with this. I really don't see what your issue is anyway. They have supplies, they transport them via train, we rob the train, it's simple.
It's not bloody simple. It's never bloody simple. There are far too many variables at play in a job like that. We broke even by the skin of our bollocks on the supply run to the lab, and you want to up the ante? Not a chance. Out of the question.
That's just it though, innit? You're looking at the ones and zeros of the returns from the lab. But the real intangible score of that job run is staring us right in the bloody face.
What are you on about? What, the Wayfarer? Not a bad point. Alright, fine. Here's what we'll do. Let's send the Wayfarer to strap on a tux and play international spy. And if they don't come back, we're only back to net zero on that lab run. Happy?
Seems like the more people we send, the better chance of success we'd have, but... Yeah, sure, I'll take what I can get.
Good. You should be thanking me for even agreeing to that. The stakes of a job like this are still sky high, seeing as if the Wayfarer fucks this up, the heat comes down on our heads like a redcoat's deli belly. You hear that, Wayfarer? If you muck this up and get yourself killed, I'll find you in the afterlife and shit down your throat for the rest of eternity.
Excellent. So the train passes through Poplar Station. That's where you'll be heading first. The station is a Syndicate outpost, so you'll most likely have to put down some dogs to get to the control room. Once you're there, all you have to do is switch the train's route to Canning Town Station, Hop aboard, and Bob's your uncle, you're done. We'll be waiting in Canning Town to unload the supplies. Easy peasy.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be just that simple. What could go wrong? It's only the Syndicate's most important and highly guarded assets we're talking about. So in case it's not the sunny stroll in the park that Winston is presenting it as, take these explosives. If we can't have those supplies, nobody can. Get me? If things start going south, blow that train to Kingdom Come. Even if we come away empty-handed, at least we'll muck up the Syndicate's main supply lines.
But securing those supplies is still the main objective, so don't go blowing them up for the hell of it. Any questions? The Vat Cats of the Gentry struck a bit of a deal with the mangy mutts of the Isle a while back. In exchange for guns, slave labour, tickets, and a promise not to kick down their doors in the middle of the night, the Syndicate supplies Her Majesty and the distinguished royal court with food, medicine, and other essentials. But it's no secret that there's very little love lost between the lot. All it might take to get the Gentry to double back on their little deal is a slight rock of the old boat, if you catch my drift. Something like a dashing rogue agent with a license to kill, intercepting their supply run, for instance. Good luck, mate. The lads will see you in Canning Town. Quick, take this before Gaunt sees.
Christ. This is such a mistake.
If you hang around, it wouldn't hurt none. We need the numbers.
Guns is what we need, boss. Syndicate always have more than us. Way more. We can't win a war without enough weapons. Syndicate get regular supplies from the Gentry factories. I know of a depot they run in a warehouse by West India Quay. I say we break in there and clean it out.
You must be joking. Security will be tighter than a rat's arse there. I'd have to send a whole team in to get more than a handful of guns. It's too dicey by half.
I know a gal that might be able to help us. An old, associate. She could find a way past the systems there, at least long enough to shift some crates out. We just need someone to break in and open the loading bay from the inside.
No, this is just stupid. Get your fucking brain in gear. I want to hurt the dogs, not do some petty theft. Anything we nick, they'd just replace in a week. We'd be better off burning the place down. Destroy whatever's there, fancy security and all, and fuck up their supply operations for months. Wouldn't even take much explosives to fry a weapons dump.
You're cool, boss. But there's bound to be some lovely gear in there. Would be a crying shame to see it all go to waste. If we're burning a place down, then there's no harm in nabbing some guns whilst we're at it, is there?
Okay, sure, but that's just some frosting. The real aim here is to fuck over the Syndicate. You've been paying attention, Wayfarer? Good. Take these charges, find a way into this warehouse and set them somewhere that'll cook extra crisp.
And take this old card of mine and go see Frosty Valentina. She runs a bakery these days near Millwall High Street. She should recognise the card from our old days. I'd go see her myself, but the Syndicate sniffers would kill me on sight. Tell her what you're about, and she can sort you with something to bypass the security systems.
Waste of time. We don't need this Millwall bint.
Hey, no need to talk about Valentina like that.
Fine. I just want the fucking job done. No distractions.
My mother wanted me to be a farmer, but I get my hands dirty in other ways.
About time to tuck in, innit?
Who's there?
Oi, oi. Yeah! Don't test me, you little runt. Fuck yourself now, mate. I can see her. I can see my mum.
You're pathetic. Silly boys, come here. I'm gonna clip you on.
I can see my mum.
Lucky hits. One.
Yeah!
Yeah.
I can see me, Mum. You little bastard!
Funny bugger, is it? Oi, where you at? Where's that sneaky prick got to?
Bubble. I ain't got time for this.
What a palaver! What was that? Come here, you donuts.
Some absolute joker is messing about out there. I'll knock you out, sunshine. Let's get this over with.
No!
Shut it, you toilet. Oi.
Watch yourself now, mate.
Yeah!
Blimey, we're in a right mess, we are. Fingers crossed you can lend a hand.
slappable face. You know? You're gonna wind up on one of those meat hooks, you slag. Shut it, you toilet! You bastards.
Thanks for letting us out, Gov. What's the plan? On it. Fucking freedom, lads. Let's go.
I say, who are you? Are you letting us go? Thank goodness. It is most repugnant in here, and I'm sure we'd all be jolly pleased to leave it behind. You're hardly going to take a little army out on your own, are you? Listen, dear. There's an armory at the back, but it's guarded by the Warden's watchdog. If you can jig it open, we'll have enough weapons to mind ourselves. Stay in this rotten cell? Goodness, no. There's a canteen across the corridor, and I haven't had a cup of tea in days. We'll meet you there in a jiffy.
Hey! Fuck yourself now, mate! Too slow! Fuck yourself now, mate! You're gonna wind up on one of those meat.
Clear a path for me, boys! Fuck yourself now, mate.
Not here.
Get your
Bollocks,
you
come here.
prick!
I'm gonna clip you.
Not here!
I'll get you for that, you prick. Too slow. bastards.
What?
What was that?
Here!
Oi, oi.
Here! Get some fire on her! Here! Oh, get!
Can everyone stop getting shot? Oof! Let's get this over with. Can everyone stop getting shot? Not here.
Some absolute joker was messing about.
No.
Yourself now, mate.
Not here.
Here! Here! Rah! Rah! Rah!
You're back. Are we ready to pop out? Jolly good. Tea break's over, chaps. To freedom.
So, what happened? Get in, that's bloody brilliant. You have to tell me, how big was the explosion? How fast did the dredge sink? Did you see the hull ripped open?
You fucking plonkers. Don't you see what that means? The Syndicate are going to spin this as vagabond terrorism. How many of those other prisoners sank with the ship? Their blood's on us now. Great fucking story that makes. Vagabonds rescue their own and leave everyone else to burn. The dogs will have a field day with this. The whole of London will turn against us when they find out. What an utter shit show.
But boss...
Shut it, Johnny. Fuck. This is what I get from listening to a scheme from your fucking lead-lined skull. Someone... please tell me you've got a better mission than that one.
More bodies getting shite done, never hurt anything?